Greetings of the day, dear students. Today we are going to learn Unit 7 of Class 12th Physiology and Injuries in Sports. And the topic we are doing today is effects of exercise on body systems. First, we will learn about effect of exercise on muscular system. Exercise involves a series of sustained muscular contractions of either long or short duration, depending on the nature of physical activity. Effects of exercise on muscles can be considered short term or immediate, both during and shortly after exercise, as well as long term or lasting effects. Short term effects of exercise on muscular systems are increased blood supply. During exercise, in order to match demand of fuel to muscle, the supply or concentration of blood increases in the whole body or in the particular muscle group where activity is largely impacted. Number 2, increased muscle temperature. During exercise, muscles demand energy, which comes from contracting muscles. And during the process, a lot of heat energy is generated, which increases the temperature of muscles and of the body. Number 3, increased muscle flexibility. Due to increase in blood flow and rise in temperature, elasticity of muscles increases. Stretching and mobility increase. Exercise also plays a dominant role in increasing the muscular flexibility. Accumulation of lactate, or we can say lactic acid accumulation. Muscles require oxygen. If body supplies, if blood supply do not provide appropriate amount of oxygen to the muscles, it leads to accumulation of lactate acid or lactic acid in muscles, which results in pain and soreness in muscles. Then micro tears in muscle fibers. During exercise, muscle tissue is placed under stress, which results in micro tears in muscle fibers. The body responds by repairing the muscle fibers and making them larger. When a muscle gets bigger, this process is called hypertrophy. And the long-term effects of exercise on muscular systems are hypertrophy of muscle. Scientific and systematic exercise leads to increase in thickness of muscle fibers that results in increase in muscle size as well as muscle hypertrophy. Increase in strength of ligaments and tendons and toning of muscle. Regular exercise helps to strengthen bones, ligaments, and tendons. This helps prevent injury and promotes performance. Then increase in size and number of mitochondria. Aerobic exercises leads to increase in size and numbers of mitochondria and which take in more oxygen and produce more ATP and energy. Next effect is increase in myoglobin storage. The long-term effect of exercise, or we can say aerobic exercise, is to increase the storage of myoglobin content, which transports oxygen to the mitochondria. Large amount of myoglobin means large amount of oxygen and large amount of energy. Next one is increase in oxidation and metabolism. Endurance exercise Endurance exercise training increases the capacity of skeletal muscles and fat oxidation by increasing mitochondrial density. Long-term exercise demands a lot of energy, and to meet this demand, metabolism increases due to oxidation of fats. This leads to increase in provision of energy. Then increase in myoglobin storage. Glycogen Glycogen is generally stored in muscles and liver. Regular exercise helps the body to increase the storage of glycogen, which may continuous which may give continuous energy for 90 to 120 minutes. Then increase in lactic acid tolerance. Regular exercise helps to tolerate pain and soreness in muscles due to accumulation of lactic acid. And there is better coordination and flexibility in muscles. Now, effects of exercise on cardiovascular system. Here, both the cardiovascular and respiratory systems are involved. So, in cardiovascular system, there are three parts involved, like the heart, the blood vessels, and the blood. And its major function is to deliver oxygen and nutrients and remove the CO2, carbon dioxide, and other metabolic waste products. Its function is to transport hormones and other molecules and to support thermoregulation and control of body fluid balance, and lastly to regulate immune system. And the respiratory system, the important part of respiratory systems are the nose, the nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Air can also enter the respiratory system through the oral cavity, and its major function includes transporting air to the lungs, exchange of gases between the air and the blood, and the regulating blood pH level. The short-term effects of exercise on cardiovascular systems are increased heart rate. Exercise makes the body work harder, and therefore muscles require more oxygen to continue to work effectively. This sudden increase in demand of oxygen and is met by increase in blood circulation, which is achieved by the heart. In this process, the heart rate increases. Next one is improved blood circulation. As the heart rate increases, blood circulation also increases in the body to deliver the oxygen to the muscles. As a result, the movement or flow of blood increases to the tissues and the organs. Now, in temporary increase in blood pressure. Exercise leads to increase in systolic blood pressure, which is in direct proportion to the increase in exercise intensity. The increased systolic blood pressure is because of the increased cardiac output that accompanies increasing rate of work. With most type of training, there is minimal change in diastolic blood pressure. Then increased stroke volume and increased cardiac output. The volume of blood pumped during one beat is called stroke volume. And during exercise, stroke volume increases as more oxygen is required. This is accomplished by delivering blood to muscles. After an endurance training program, capacity of heart to pump blood in one contraction increases by 20 to 50%. And cardiac output is the amount of blood pumped out by each ventricle of heart in 1 minute. We can say it is product of heart rate and stroke volume, and the resting cardiac output is approximately 5 liters per minute, but differs accordingly to the size of person. Increase in heart rate and stroke volume results in increase in cardiac output. So these were the short-term effects of exercise on cardiovascular system. Now we will discuss about long-term effects of exercise on cardiovascular system. So first is increased size and strength of heart, or we can say cardiac hypertrophy. Continuous aerobic exercise helps to increase the strength and the size of heart, which helps in better performance, and it is referred as cardiac hypertrophy. Then low level of accumulation of lactic acid. Anaerobic respiration is the process of converting glucose into energy without oxygen. During the conversion from glucose to energy, lactic acid, a waste product, is created. Lactic acid make muscles tired and painful. Regular exercise prepares muscles to adjust to working with lower level of oxygens, and circulatory system develops itself to transport oxygen to the different parts of body, thereby resulting in low level of lactic acid. Number third is lowering resting heart rate. Due to improved efficiency of the heart, it is required to pump less blood to meet the need of body. As a result, the heart rate of a person at rest decreases. It is also called bradycardia. Then increase in stroke volume and cardiac output. Since the size and the strength of heart increases, heart pumps more blood efficiently with increase in stroke volume and cardiac output. Then improved circulation and blood vessels flexibility. To achieve the demand of oxygen, capillaries network increases due to the demands placed on different parts of body during exercise. The capillary density at muscle sites improves. Increased capillary density allows for greater oxygen being transported to the muscles, improving their ability to perform intense exercise. Moreover, exercise helps in preventing the decline in capillary function, and that happens with age. So, and prolonged exercise also results in reduction of heart diseases. So now we will discuss about effects of exercise on respiratory system. Short-term effects on respiratory systems of exercise are increase in respiratory rate, or we can say increase in breathing rate. Our body requires more oxygen during exercise, and to meet this increased demand, the respiratory rate, or we can say breathing rate, increases. The normal respiration rate of an adult at rest is 12 to 20 breaths per minute, but during exercise, it increases to 40 breaths per minute. Then increase in tidal volume. The amount of air inhaled and exhaled in one breath is known as tidal volume. Tidal volume increases as a result of exercise to take in more oxygen and remove carbon dioxide from the body. More oxygen intake and carbon dioxide removal, and then rate of exchange of gases increases. Regular exercise increases the rate of exchange of gases in lungs. The long-term effects of exercise on respiratory systems are efficiency of respiratory muscles increases. Due to regular exercise, efficiency of respiratory muscles increases. inhalation and exhalations become fluent, and this helps to meet the demand of oxygen. Then in lung volume increases. Continuous exercise done for a longer duration helps to increase the capacity and the volume of lungs. Vital capacity increases almost 100% as compared to that of a normal individual. Then more efficient gas exchange or pulmonary diffusion of gas increases. Pulmonary diffusion here refers to the capacity of the lungs to allow oxygen and carbon dioxide to pass in and out of the blood. Regular submaximal exercise training develops the scope of increasing the exchange of gases, and in this process, the size of the alveoli also increases. Then residual volume increases. Residual volume is the volume of air that remains in the lungs after forceful expiration or in exhalation. Regular exercise increases residual volume that helps to exchange the gases in normal limits. Then delayed onset of breathlessness. So these were the effects, long-term and short-term effects of exercise on various systems of the body. I hope you all understand it well. Thank you. Have a nice day.